What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here with the week's hottest topics, you guys. This is the week's hottest topics, number 63, I believe. And these are going to be the hot topics for the week of May the 15th through May the 20th, right? I believe so. If not, if that's not right, you guys know what week it is. But before we go ahead and just talk about these hot topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and are not subscribed to my channel, then I'm gonna need you guys to do me a big solid favor and, stop taking me on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So, I don't have a lot of topics this week, but the things that I do have to talk about is going to probably be lengthy. So let's just go ahead and just jump into it. So the first thing to talk about are these recent shootings that have happened. So if you guys have not, I don't know where you guys have been if you don't know what happened in Buffalo, New York. And I know that there was a shooting in California on Sunday. So we'll talk about that one first. And because that one I don't have a lot of information on. I know that there was a church in California where I believe it was an Asian man, and I could be wrong. He went into the church. He was shooting. Now in this one, it wasn't a mass killing because the people in the church, they basically beat him and stopped him from hurting more people. And it's crazy to think that when it comes down to basic necessities, like basically either basic necessities or just things that you want to do and you should feel safe when doing them, you can't feel safe in doing it. You can't go to the movie theaters and feel safe. You can't go shopping and feel safe. You can't go to church and worship and feel safe. You can't send your kids to school, your little babies to school, your teenagers, your young adults, can't send them to school because we have all of these mass shootings. So with the one in California, I'm not quite positive. I know that there were some injuries. I don't think that anyone has died. That I don't believe anyone died. So the one that I really want to talk about is the one that happened last Saturday at the Tops grocery store out there in Buffalo, New York. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And the majority of these killings now are racially motivated, religious, religious, or just gender or sexual orientation biased. They had their issues with the LGBTQ plus community, African Americans, women, Asians, Hispanics. Like, these people have been killing for the stupidest of reasons. So like I said, the one that happened Saturday in Buffalo, New York, this guy, now they said that he had been into the Tops. They said that he had been into that grocery store once before, I think maybe 2 months previously. And you can take a gander at what he was doing. He was scoping the place out, looking around to see where the exits are. He was looking around to have the lay of the land, so to speak. So he went back this past Saturday and he started shooting, and he killed 10 innocent people. And I think they said he wrote up a 100-page manifesto. And in this manifesto, it was literally talking about this whole white replacement theory that these all right Republicans have come up with. I know people have said that, the likes of Tucker Carlson has said it, some of the other Republicans, but now they've come out and they're saying, oh, that's not what we were saying. We weren't talking about that. And my thing is this great replacement theory. So if you kind of don't know what the great replacement theory is, these white people feel as if, you know, Hispanics, Asians, black people, that we're going to come in, that we're going to bring more people into the country that are going to replace these, you know, white people. I would love for someone to make me understand, how are you being replaced with anybody? They're not erasing you. They're not taking you out of the country and putting you somewhere else and then bringing someone else in your place. So what is being replaced is the question that I have. What are you being replaced by? I would love to know the answer to that question. Actually, I really don't want to know the answer to that question, because there's no explanation for that question. It's just pure lunacy. So I did see where the young lady, I think she was the manager, when he went in there and he started his rampage, she got on the phone and she called 911, and the dispatcher answered the phone, and the young lady was whispering, and the girl said that the dispatcher asked her why was she whispering, and she was like, he's in here, he's shooting. And the dispatcher didn't seem to give a damn about that situation that was going on. And it's like, ma'am, there's an active shooter in the building. You want this woman to sit up here and be like, oh my God, there's an active shooter in here. No, that woman is in fear of her life. That woman is doing everything she can so that this killer doesn't hear her and find her. It's just insensitive. And I know I saw on Instagram yesterday where somebody got fired for an insensitive post about this situation. How can anybody make light of human life being taken away? And that segues into these Republicans. These Republicans make absolutely no sense to me. So they're all about they're pro-life. They're pro-life. You're pro-birth. You're pro-birth because you don't give a damn about the human life, the actual humans that are here. Because my thing is with the pro-life thing, you guys are pro-life, but you guys won't regulate these damn guns. And I'm not, and you know, they always want to say, you're not taking my guns away from me. No one wants to take your guns. That's not what people are saying. People don't want it easy for someone who is mentally deranged to be able to get an assault rifle. And my question is, these AR-15s and everything, why do you need them? Like, I can understand a hunting rifle and stuff like that, but these machine guns and stuff, what does a person really need with them? I just don't understand. And then also, to go back and talk about it, his gun. I know he wrote on the gun, and it said, here's your reparations. It said something about, it said niggers on it. It said a lot of other things. And he originally planned, I remember hearing this, his original plan was to, you know, not only hurt those people, to kill those people in the store, he wanted to leave the store and go on a rampage in the neighborhood, basically. And I'm like, why? Like, even if you believe in this replacement theory, if you're being replaced, those people are not replacing you. You would have to eradicate, in order for you to not be replaced, you would literally have to eradicate every black person in the world. That would then, you know, take care of, you would have to eradicate every black person, every Asian person, every Latino person, Like, you would have to eradicate everyone that is non-white. Like, literally. And you would have to eradicate foreign people. So it just doesn't make any, it really doesn't make any sense to me. It's senseless. And backing up to where I was at a few minutes ago with the Republicans. So like I said, they're pro-life. But let's go talk about Sandy Hook. That nutcase went into a school and killed children. Children that did absolutely nothing to him, and you guys still have not regulated the gun laws. And once again, no one is saying take the guns away. It just shouldn't be easy for anyone. It just, especially the assault rifle, the heavy artillery guns. Those shouldn't be easy for anyone to get. And even if you are able to get them, I feel you should have a mental evaluation or something done. Like, it's crazy that they haven't regulated a gun, but you want to regulate what a woman does with her body. Do you hear the irony in that? Exactly. And then I know that the Republicans, now they had this bill they had for, you know, domestic terrorism that they brought before I don't know if it was the House or the Senate, one of the two. Why did they, and mind you, the Republicans are the ones who drafted this bill, and the Republicans are the ones who said no to their own bill. I'm just like, how in the hell does that make sense? How does that make sense? You know, when it comes down to it, it's crazy. It's stupid. It's stupid. So here's another thing that I have been seeing on social media, and I think it's very telling, because I have been thinking about this before I even saw these pictures. It's very telling because that young man, that asshole, that terrorist, so he went to court Sunday morning. He went to his arraignment, I think, and his public defender pled not guilty. There's just no way I could defend that. If you tell me you have to defend this person that just committed mass murder, I tell you you're crazy. You want me to give that person the best defense I can give them? Good luck with that. But that's where I have an issue with. When you think about all the black people that have lost their lives due to the cops, you know, being either trigger happy for no reason. When the person is unarmed, they're dead, right? But you got him. You got people like him. You got people like Dylan Roof, who went into a church and shot people, and then the cops arrested him and took him to Burger King. I always thought the whole saying was, you eliminate the threat, right? You eliminate the threat because you don't know what that person's going to do to you. I don't give a damn if they are surrendering or what. Shoot. Aren't you supposed to, you know, eliminate the threat? And it just feels like the cops don't take that action when it comes to a domestic terrorist, but when it comes to someone who looks like me, we're automatically the threat. Even if we don't have anything on us, we're the threat, and they eliminate us. You guys can let me know what you think about this, and we're gonna move on. Alright guys, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is these prices increasing everything. So, the gas. Let's talk about the gas first. So I haven't talked about gas since it started going up, but now gas prices are at an all-time high. I never saw gas prices this high in my almost 33 years of living. And you know, I was in 2008, 2000, when we had that Great Recession, when the prices were going up. The prices never exceeded this. The prices, I think the highest that it was back with the recession was like $3. It was a little over $3. Well, now we are currently, I know here in Texas, last night when I looked, it was currently $4.49, which it went up throughout the course of the day, because when I woke up, it was 4.39. Nope, it was like 4.39. So it was so yesterday, but last night it was 4.49. I don't know what the hell it is this morning. It could be 5.59, almost 5.60. So I do know that they say that by Memorial Day, which is actually, isn't that next week? Memorial Day is next week, and they said it could, gas prices in parts of the country could be up to $5. I believe it. I do believe it. I'm so confused about these increase in gas. It's tiring. It just makes me, and now we're getting into the summer months, and here in Texas, it's already hot as fuck. It's already hot. It's already 90 degrees in the day. It's 90 degrees. I don't want, like, oh God, like I do walk sometimes, but it's just like I don't want to walk everywhere, not in 100-degree weather. And I've done it when I want to, but ew, it's just ridiculous. Let me know what gas prices are in your area. But like I said, I know here, well, as of today, I don't know what the gas prices are, because it could be as high as, what did I say? It was high. It was 5.49 last night. So it could be 5.50 this morning. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just tired of these gas prices. And I know a lot of people want to blame President Biden for these gas prices. Yeah, I know that's not on him, right? I want people to know that that's not on him. Because like here in Texas, these stupid ass Republicans who are you-know-who lovers, they'll go to these gas pumps and they'll put these stickers of Biden and they'll point to the prices of gas saying he did that. No, he didn't. That's kind of like saying back when the pandemic first happened, you guys remember that the gas prices went down. They were super low at one point. They were super duper low during the pandemic. That's like saying that you know who is the reason that those gas prices went low. It wasn't him. It was the fact that nobody was going anywhere, so the price of gas went down. So it's not on him. It's just, like I said, it's just the inflation. Like, the cost of living has gone up drastically, and I just don't understand it. Like here in Dallas, my old 2-bedroom apartment that I used to have, that cost me $1,200, right? $1,200 after all the fees were kicked in. That was $1,200. Now that apartment is going for $1,800. I'm like, oh no, that is just too much money. And now a that apartment was going for $1,800. Now a 1-bedroom apartment is going for $1,400 to $1,600. I'm like, what the hell? That is mind blowing to me. That these subpar, because they're subpar to me, because you don't have a backyard. You have someone above you and you have someone below you. You have someone next to you and you have someone next to you. Like, y'all are charging these prices as if this is a damn house. It just makes no sense. It's kind of confusing to me that, and I noticed that last year because I was looking at them out before I even moved. I was looking. I'm like, wow, these prices are starting to go up. But I do remember that they said that prices probably will go up because I know that they did a price freeze during the pandemic. So, yeah, here we are now. It's ghetto to live in America at this point. And then the next thing that I want to talk about is the shortage in the baby formula. So I had gone to Walmart to get something to drink one night, and I walked by and I saw the case for the baby formula and it was wide open. Now, in certain Walmart, well, actually, no, not in certain Walmart, because the one in by my old apartment and this one that I was just happened to go to, the display case was open. Now, if you guys know, their display cases are always locked. So this case was open and it was bare. I was like, ooh. I'm like, somebody done broke into that case and sold all the formula. Nope, that's not what happened. The next morning I was watching GMA and then they were talking about the shortage in the formula. And I know that has to be a scary thought and a scary feeling for a woman that has, anybody that has kids, woman, a man, anyone who has a kid that they need to feed. And now that the formula is dissipating, it's scary thinking, how am I going to feed my child? How am I going to feed my baby? And I think it's going to be a while before they're, because it's not, I think it's the people who make the formula, that's the reason that they're having the shortage. And I don't think it's going to be available for quite some time. My heart goes out to anyone who is in this situation where they're having to wonder how they're going to feed their child. And this is a baby. These are babies. So my heart goes out. And I know I've saw some comments that say, well, breastfeed. That's insensitive. That's the most insensitive thing you can say. Like, you do know that there are some women who either don't produce enough milk, their babies don't latch on. There are women and men who adopt children that don't produce breast milk. So what are you talking about? Some people should think before they either type or speak. That's really what I feel with that situation. Think before you speak or type. But yeah, once again, I couldn't imagine being in a situation like that. That's gotta be scary. Really does have to be scary. But once again, like I said to you guys earlier, two things with this. Let me know what the cost of rent is in your area. If you guys know, let me know what gas prices are in your area, and we will discuss that in the comments section below. All right, you guys, so let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys, so this next story, I cracked up laughing when I saw it on Instagram. No, I actually saw it on Twitter first. So this next story, there's this woman who was on a Fox News show, and you guys know that the Republicans are trying to stop critical race theory, right? And y'all trying to stop critical race theory, but you have situations like the shooting that happened in Buffalo that has to deal with race, where you guys feel that you're being replaced, but you guys want to get rid of critical race theory. Critical race theory is just basically telling the story of slavery and, everything that black people have gone through in this country. It's not to shame anybody. It's not to make anybody feel bad. It's to educate people so that way those things don't happen again. But the way that this country is going, it looks like at some point you guys might, if the Republicans had their way, we would be back in the fields picking cotton. Like, let's be real. If the Republicans had it their way, we would be we're still basically second-class citizens as it is, but we would really be second-class citizens if it were up to these damn Republicans. So, like I said, this woman is suing her son's school. Now, she has a biracial son. Now, I've been seeing a lot of comments about biracial when people say, because her son identifies as black. And I've been seeing comments where people say they're not black, they're biracial. They're whatever they want to identify as. They're whatever the hell they want to identify as. If they want to identify as black or white, that's their prerogative. You can't tell a person how to identify. But her son identifies as black. I don't know if she has an issue with that or not. You should have thought about that before you laid down with a black man. Let me tell you that. You should have thought about the fact that your child may consider him or herself black when you lay down and had sex with a black man and got pregnant by him. That should have been your first thought. But so she's, like I said, she's suing her son's school because of the critical race theory. So she's blaming the school for him. I don't know if it's him identifying as black that she's upset with, but I do know what she is upset with, that she feels like he uses racism for everything. So she says she asked him to do the chores. That's racist. She says that he gets a failing grade in school. That's racist. Ma'am, who's the parent and who's the child? Like, you don't know how to put your foot down, especially when it comes to those dishes. You don't know the dishes, the chores. You don't know how to put your foot down and tell him, I'm your mom. What I say goes in this household. Like, you don't know how to do that? That's not something you know how to do? You don't know how to be an authority figure? Like, you're the adult. Why is your child telling you what he's not going to do? Make it make sense to me. Because, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was the perfect teenager. Because I was not the perfect teenager. But, and I try, there were times I would tell my mama, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And she would look at me, she's like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. And she would be like, okay, well, if you don't want to do this, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. I'm going to take this because it's mine. You don't use it. And I'm like, it don't work that way. You bought it for me. But again, who bought it? Exactly. I bought it, so it's technically mine. It doesn't belong to you. You're just basically borrowing it. And that's how it works. Like, you don't, and it's racist to do the chores. Put your foot down, lady. It's easier to say you're an idiot, and it's easier to say you're a shitty mother. I don't like attack women's mothering skills, but in that instance, ma'am, you're a terrible parent. If your son is literally telling you what he's not going to do and he's calling it racist. And then about the grades, little homie, that's on you. And why don't you, like, put your foot down with that too? like you got to put your foot down. Because I'm pretty sure, even if let's say he's not in any sports or any extracurricular activities, he probably has games and whatnot. So what you should do, which my mother did this, if you don't get a passing grade on XYZ, that video game that you like to play so much, it's a wrap on that. You don't get to play that. But she wants to sue the school for critical race theory. No, you need to sue yourself for being a shitty mother. You need to sue yourself for being a shitty mother. Period. Point blank. You're a terrible parent. That's all I gotta say. You guys can tell me how you feel about it. That's all I got for that dumbass woman. I cracked up laughing when I heard that one. I cracked up laughing. It was hilarious to me. Funny as shit. But you guys, let's move on to the next story. Alright, you guys, so next up is going to be the situation that, so you guys know I here and there watch shows on the Zeus Network. The issue for me with the Zeus Network is those shows really don't have a storyline. It spends 40 minutes on the same scene. And I'm just like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like with Bad Boys LA, because you guys, I reviewed episode 1 of Bad Boys LA, but I soon had to drop that because I'm like, I can't sit here and watch this. This is just too dumb for me. Because they sit there and one scene, they film one scene, and it's the same scene that they just showed the whole episode. And I'm just like, where was the storyline in this? Where was the storyline? Like in last week's episode, I did watch last week's episode. That whole episode consisted of the fight between Jonathan and Milan's friend. I was like, really? That's it? That was it? Kind of like Jocelyn's Cabaret, the reunion, part 2. They didn't have a, I don't know why they call that a reunion. That was not a reunion. That was literally just them screaming at each other and trying to fight each other the entire damn time. And I was just like, what reunion did y'all have? Y'all never had a conversation about anything. Y'all never had a dialogue. Like there's no, like we talk about Tyler Perry and his long dialogues. I'd rather have the long dialogue than no dialogue at all. Because Zeus Network shows have no storylines, and I just don't understand. Like they are in Houston currently filming Natalie's show, Baddies. I think it's called Baddies South, and I saw the cast. I don't know who those people are. I don't know any of those women. Not a one. The only person that I know from on the cast of Baddies is Natalie. Other than that, I have no idea who any of those women are. I know someone was telling me who the ladies are from Bad Girls Club, but I don't know them. I know there's a girl, Persuasion. Is that? I know that ain't her real name. That is not her real name. There's a girl named Persuasion. There's a girl named Jayla, and a girl named Bree, I believe, right? I don't know who. I don't know those 3 women. I don't know those 3, but I can tell you, I can't even tell you which season I really can't tell you which season they come from, but I do know that they have to come after season 4, to say after season 12, because that's when I stopped watching. Because I didn't watch, like I said before, I didn't watch Bad Girls Club Redemption. I didn't watch season 14 with the twins. Season 15, that was the sisters, right? The sisters was season 15, I believe. Season 16, I believe that is the season where we got Dream Doll, right? Dream Doll. I think she came on. I think that's her season. And then season 17, I have no idea. I don't know the women. Like I said, all I know is Natalie. That's the only person that I know is Natalie Nunn, because I watched Bad Girls Club from season 4 up until season 12. So anybody after that, I may have, and I with some of the Bad Girls, I will say that I do look at the BGCT page, so I have saw their faces, but I've never saw their seasons. So I can't tell you anything about their seasons because I didn't watch. But I segued. I got way off track. So Jocelyn's Cabaret reunion. Now you guys know that when they filmed the reunion, remember Amber. Now with Jocelyn's Cabaret, I don't really know the women. I don't know any of the women on Jocelyn's Cabaret with the exception of Kay Capri and Amber and Wet Wet and Wet Wet. I couldn't get over. I was just sitting there looking like, I know Wet Wet is not literally sitting up with her whole titties out with these pasties on. She was. So Amber, remember after the reunion, Amber went to the hospital and she said that she got attacked by Jocelyn and Ballistics. And they showed that. Well, they didn't really show it, but you saw when she punched Jocelyn and Jocelyn, they didn't show Jocelyn falling, but I did see it. She fell and she fell. But then we saw Ballistic going after Amber. I was like, whoa, you a man. But like I said, all they were doing was fighting. Because the first fight was with Kay Capri and some girl named Lollipop. Don't know who she is. That was the first fight. Then these other 2 girls, I know one of them was that one girl who kept saying nigga and she ain't black. And the girl Amber got up and said, don't even think about it. And she fought both of them. And then another girl came over and helped her with that fight. And they broke that up. Then that was where part 1 ended. And then we pick up part 2 and they still trying to fight each other. And it's just like, what in the hell is going on? And then Jocelyn comes out. It was a mess. So Amber has now dropped the lawsuit against Ballistic, Jocelyn, and Zeus. Now they were originally suing for like what, $25 million or something like that. And I was thinking back then, I'm like, does anybody have that amount of money? I doubt it. So they dropped the lawsuit. So I'm wondering if they've given them girls some hush money to say, hey, just drop the case and let's move forward. If that's what's happened, I can't. I'm not upset. I ain't pissed. But let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if in the comment section. Do you guys watch any of the shows on Zeus? Do you watch Baddies? Well, now it's gonna be Baddies South. Will you guys watch Baddies South? Do you guys watch Bad Boys LA? Have you guys watched Jocelyn's Cabaret? Chime in the comment section below, and let's move forward. All right, guys. So next up, let's talk about Wendy Williams. So this one, I just saw this one. So Wendy Williams. So you guys know Wendy Williams has been having this battle with Wells Fargo about her money. You guys remember that Wells Fargo wanted her to have someone as her, like her conservator, basically, because they felt she was unfit to have access to her own money. And remember, this happened back around the time when she didn't return to the show last fall. So, and remember, I just told you guys last week that Wendy went on and had the conversation with Fat Joe, saying that she only had $2 to her name, and that she's been borrowing money from friends here and there to pay her bills. Well, this week, a judge has appointed a guardian. So Wendy will now have access to her money, but even with this situation, it's still going to be limited, because it's going to come down to the guardian, Wendy, and the judge to make the decision of how she would be able to access her account. And I still think that that's fucked up. Like, this woman has amassed, I think they said Wendy's net worth is approximately $10 million. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. And y'all, like I said last week with Wendy in the interview with Fat Joe, she looked like her normal self, so she didn't look like she wasn't coherent. But I know that with people with Alzheimer's, they have their moments where they are very, very lucid, but then they have their moments where they're not. So one could argue that if Wendy is having, issues with Alzheimer's, well, that could be a good moment for her, but you guys don't see when she's really down. So that could be an argument. But if that's the case, why don't someone, I was going to say, why don't someone get her, some kind of evaluation, but that would be up to Wendy. So it also says that the judge could eventually give Wendy her money, her full access to her money, at the end of this, said guardianship. I'm happy that she's going to get her money back. I am happy about that. I just don't know how I feel about this guardianship thing. Especially if, like, have y'all done any kind of the question I just have is, have y'all done any kind of evaluations on her? That's my only question. Have y'all done any evaluations on Wendy? But congratulations to Wendy. She will have access to her money, so you guys can feel free to let me know in the comments section how you guys feel about the situation, and we will move on, and we're gonna wrap up, you guys. That's it. We're almost done. All right, you guys, so the last two stories, we're going to give a congratulations are in order to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. So we know that we have been wondering for, some time, when was Rihanna due? Well, it looks like Rihanna had her baby last Friday, actually. It looks like she had her baby, Friday the 13th. So yeah, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky both welcomed a bouncing baby boy into the world on May the 13th. Now, we don't know his name yet. We don't know how much he weighs. We don't know anything about it. But we do know that I guess you would say happy couple. I mean, you remember the rumor that was out there that they had broken up. Then the person who posted that rumor then came out and said, that was my bad. I was wrong. It's interesting how people are in this day and age, that everyone wants to be the first one to post something exclusive. We have an exclusive. Everybody wants to have the exclusive. Me personally, I don't really care about it. I wouldn't care about an exclusive. If I got really big, and someone were to come to me and say, "Hey, we want to give you the exclusive to this premiere, to this whatever," I'd be like, "Cool." I'd be like, that means a lot to me that you think enough of me to give little old me an exclusive. I would say that, but to just post these things, and sometimes the people might not even know the shit, but y'all want to post an exclusive. No. But yeah, congratulations to A$AP Rocky and Rihanna on their first child. Congratulations. And it's about damn time for Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon, I did see a good joke going around there. The reason that there's a shortage in the baby formula, is because of Nick Cannon and his kids. Well, Nick Cannon said that he is considering getting a vasectomy. I say it's about time, dude. Like, ooh, all these broken homes that you keep creating, because he's expecting another baby anytime, right? Like, I think it's about time that you just kind of, cut the fountain at this point. But then I think about it, I'm like, so you're not worried about an STD? Because getting a vasectomy, that stops you from having children. So you're going to still have raw, unprotected sex with women? And you have how many baby mamas at this point? I don't like saying baby mamas. How many women you fathered their kids? And that's not even talking about the women that you haven't even got pregnant. How many women do you have sex with? And you're not worried about an STD? Okay. Nick, it's your world. I'm just living in it through you. But hey, that's all I got for you guys this week. Please let me know what you guys thought about each and every topic that I've discussed. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Stay safe, you guys. And as always, we do the same time, same place, same channel every week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, you guys. So I won't see you guys again until Saturday for Love and Marriage DC and Love and Marriage Huntsville. So until then, you guys, bye.